Yo guys, how's it going? We're here for another episode of One Club Hero. Starting today's episode off, as like I said in the last one, we are making our England debut in this episode. Got called up for England in the last episode, and this is basically an episode just for the England games. So it should be a good episode getting our England debut. For the first game, we didn't actually get picked against Slovenia, but we sim the game and see that Vardy gets a goal early on, and they come back into it later on with Lilic scoring to make it one apiece, as we're looking to hopefully push England through into the World Cup in this one, even though they are at the top of the table. Henderson scores the second goal and wins us the game in that one, and England do in fact win that game 2-1 against Slovenia. Should have been a good easy win for us anyway. As you see, we are at the top of our group table, and Sweden are down in 5th out of 6 at the moment, which this is the game we actually play to make our England debut in this episode. Hopefully get it off to a good start, hopefully get some goals in there, hopefully some assists, and hopefully just get off to a good start in general. Try and push England through to the World Cup. We should be there anyway, no matter what. And hopefully it'll be his to help them get through it as well. It'll be cool if we can be able to score a couple of goals on their debut for, like I say, England. It'll be brilliant. We scored on a debut for Lincoln in every competition we've been in so far, for pre-season friendlies, for League Cup, for FA Cup, and I believe we ain't been in the FA Cup yet. I don't think, but the league, and hopefully they're trying to get one in this game as well, as we start off very confidently, but put that shot wide. His Gramkis is able to save his team and deflect the shot wide of the post, but we do come through against the opposition and smash the goal in to make it 1-0 against Sweden on our England debut. We do get the goal, and we do in fact put England in the lead in our debut. What a game for us to get a goal in our debut. Fair enough, it's against one of the lesser teams in the group stages, even though they shouldn't be that low. I think Sweden have a very good team, but we do put the goal past the keeper, and it is in the back of the net. It is a very lucky goal, to be fair, for the fact that it got saved and tipped onto the post, but I don't care. It's in the back of the net, and that's all that matters to me, as they're on the ball here in their own half, trying to get the ball clear, trying to get the ball away from the goal after we had a bit of a concession of like attacks going, but we do intercept the ball here. Harry Kane lays it off to us, and we smash it into the back of the net to get it 2-0, and 2 goals for us in our debut. What a game this was for us, to score 2 goals on our debut, and proving to the manager, saying, look, this is why we should be in the actual World Cup team and not just for the qualifiers. We need to be there. And scoring 2 on our debut hopefully puts us through to having the chance of doing that. But we come on the attack again later on in the match, passing the ball round, trying to be that playmaker sort of player again, getting into the box here, laying it back to Harry Kane, who gives it off to me. We smash the shot, but it goes just wide of the post. Unluckily for us, we couldn't quite grab the hat-trick there in our debut. Would have been nice, but not quite yet anyway. As they come forward to try and get themselves back into this game, take a shot, but it gets deflected over the bar. Not the best of shots there. As they try and get on the attack again, Sweden putting the pressure on us, trying to get back into the game as they get back into the box, but it goes just wide once again from them. Couldn't quite turn it in and get themselves back into this game. They had a couple of chances, like I say, they were trying to get themselves back into the game. It didn't quite work out for them there, as Rosenberg puts the ball wide of the post, and we come on the attack again straight from kickoff. From the goalkeeper kick out here, as we come forward on the ball, we pass the ball down the wing out to, I think it was Danny Rose at this point, as it gets crossed in, and Harry Kane to put it into the back of the net to make it 3-0 against Sweden. It was an absolute wonderful ball. Sorry, it was Bertrand on the left back anyway. But it was a wonderful cross. You see this low-driven cross into Harry Kane, pinpoint accuracy, just in between the defender and the goalkeeper, and there was no way the keeper was getting to that. And it does make it 3-0 to us against Sweden in our debut. Didn't actually get an assist or a goal there, but it's another goal nonetheless. And we will be catching you up, Harry Kane, don't you worry. And we get here, and that was the end of the game. It was 3-0, a brilliant debut for us to grab 2 goals, basically win England the game here pretty much. We had 5 shots, two goals. Probably could have done a bit better. Probably should have grabbed the hat-trick, but couldn't quite do it, unluckily. It would have been nice, but not quite for this game. But hopefully, in a few episodes time, we might have another encounter with the England squad. Hopefully, get up there. And as you see, with some of the stats, we've played very well for our debut. Really got some good game time in there and grabbed herself a couple of goals as well, which is absolutely brilliant. And that was in fact our 10th goal that we scored across all competitions, which is great for us as well. We've hardly played any amount of games really, and we've definitely got off to a flying start. It was very difficult at the beginning of the game against Sweden because I was trying to find a way to break them down, because obviously it was a high caliber of players compared to what we are playing against at the moment in the league. But we pulled it off anyway, and it shows that we should definitely be up there with the best at this point, even though we've only just started. But we got into a quick training session, as you're seeing in the background here, trying to get some of the stats up after that, trying to keep our focus after we've played that England game and got a couple of goals. But like I said before, we should be up there with the best in the Premier League at this point. But like I say, I ain't changing clubs no matter what. It's the name of the series, and that is definitely how it's going to stay, because it should be a very, very interesting thing if we can get promoted as much as we possibly can. And hopefully if we can get into more England games, then it'll be a very, very cool thing as well. It'd be funny if we can get into the World Cup squad with a League 2 side. It'd be very different. I don't think anyone's ever done that, so it'd be quite cool to do that. We've already broken records anyway from that first game, just being picked for that first ever League 2 side, I believe. For a player to be picked from a League 2 side to be in England squad, let alone to play and score 2 goals on the debut, is absolutely brilliant for us, and I can't wait to hopefully get a few more games in there for England and score a few more goals for them. And like I say, hopefully if we can play well enough and get into the World Cup squad, then that'll be perfect as well. But as we come into the last part of the training session in this episode, shall I say, we go on to the penalties. This is going to be obviously a bit of a shorter episode compared to what we normally have. It's only going to be around 9-10 minutes instead of a bit longer like we normally do. But that's only because, like I said at the beginning, I wanted to make the England one like a separate episode compared to the rest, so it kind of singles it out a bit. So it's not a normal episode. It needs to be like specialised in a kind of way. But basically, that is the end of today's episode, guys. At the end of this, thank you for watching. If you did like, then leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.